Welcome back. Welcome back. As you can see in my second new intro, let me know what you thought about it. You know what the name of my channel is. So who am I? I'm Unc L. You can call me Unc for short. Why? Because I'm somebody's uncle and I'm old as hell. Oh, my bad. I felt the Grim Reaper breathing down my neck. Today I'm reacting to a video from a cat named The Modern King. I love his channel. His videos popped up about a couple weeks ago, and I've been peeping him. I like his content. I guess I like he uses an AI avatar that's an African king that looks regal and majestic, and I don't know. I just the imagery, and then what he actually conveys in his messages points are great too. But I just like his whole setup. I'm gonna link his video in the description, and I'm gonna add him in the title. So y'all go over there and give him a sub or give him a like, and check out a lot of his material too, because he does great content. With that said, I'm not gonna keep rambling. We're just gonna jump on in this video and get to reacting. Let's do it.
Grabs you in Soho and instantly regrets it.
I'm touching her. She's okay. She tried to touch my feet up and she tried to grab my dick. I said, whoa.
Which one?
Did he bang the team? Did he bang the team, bro?
Nothing violent happened. She's on the floor, crying like a child because she couldn't take no for an answer when she tried grabbing him in places that she shouldn't have been.
Yeah, she's lucky she didn't get punched in the face. And I'm not advocating violence against anybody, especially women, right? But come on now, that's called sexual battery. And for some reason, women don't believe that men get sexually abused as kids, and we get, we have. Women seem to believe that all of their advances are welcome, like especially these 49ers, which is a shout out to Coach Greg Adams, CGA. Y'all, if y'all know who he is, y'all know what a 49er is. These unattractive fours that think they're nines and push up on you and feel like they can touch you and do things to you just because they find you attractive. And they automatically assume that you find them attractive. No, it doesn't work like that. Something comparable or a good analogy would be, okay, so a chick likes the way my shoulders look. So she walks up to me without introducing herself and starts touching on my shoulders and rubbing on my shoulders and saying, oh, you're huge, you're big, blah, 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 you work out. But what if I looked at her and I liked the way her rack looked, and I just walked up to her without introducing myself and just started squeezing on her boobs?
You going to jail. I don't know why, but you just need to be locked the f up, man.
I think that would be a problem. But, that's just my cup of tea. That's just my opinion. And to be honest, she's really, really lucky this dude was able that he wasn't that type. Because there's some dudes that have been abused, essayed, pole-lestered, to keep it YouTube friendly, pole-lestered, and they don't react too well to being touched without permission. So, ladies, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Keep your hands to yourself unless you're invited. That's a little something y'all have been drilling into us for the past 50, 60 years called consent. You better get it, or you might end up on the ground like that young lady. Let's continue.
This is what you can tell about a man based on his height.
Oh, let me try. Here's what you can tell about a woman based on her weight.
It's disrespectful if your boyfriend likes other girls' bikini pictures.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Disrespectful?
Yeah. Totally disrespectful.
Okay. Do you post bikini pictures?
Oh yeah, of course.
Is that not disrespectful to him?
Wait, no.
Why is
no,
it? Why
no,
not?
No, no,
But
no,
why?
it's not.
Why?
It seems like a lot of things are perfectly acceptable until a man does it. These double standards they have are a part of the long list of reasons why men are walking away from them in large numbers.
Yeah, the modern king is speaking facts. We peeped the double standard, Okay, so your significant other gets upset with you because you like this picture, you like that picture, you follow this chick or whatever, and she feels it's disrespectful for you to be paying attention to another woman online. Fair enough. If you're in a relationship, she's entitled to feel that way. But isn't a man entitled to feel a certain way about a woman actively seeking other men's attention online so they can get likes from strange men and get validation from other men other than their boyfriend? A man is perfectly well within his rights to feel that way. But if you ask a lot of women, they'll disagree, and they'll give you a long list of why it's not the same. When in actuality, disrespect is disrespect. It's a two-way street. If a man is if a woman in a relationship feels like a man is disrespecting her by liking another chick's pictures and whatnot online, then if she's posting thirst traps online, she's definitely disrespecting her boyfriend. That's just how it works. That's called that's that what's that thing these feminists have been screaming? Oh, that's equality. Boy, it seems like the more these women get equality and get exposed to equality, the less they like it. Funny how that works. Let's continue.
You want to know what men want? We hate the fact that y'all don't take accountability. You rather shut down, flip the script, start crying, turn red, act like you can't breathe and you gonna die and you got the hiccups, the invisible hiccups.
You're right.
We hate that. It is so annoying.
He ain't lying.
Because it's rare y'all ever wrong. And then the one time you wrong, you gonna die from it.
Right. You're right.
We gotta admit we wrong even when we not. We gotta admit we wrong all the time. So on the one rare occasion when you wrong, why y'all don't want to take accountability?
It's huge.
Like, you ain't been wrong in 3,000 arguments. You don't find that suspicious?
That's suspicious.
Yeah, this cat here was cooking with this one. He's absolutely right. The Godfather said it best. Kevin Samuels, R.I.P. Second anniversary of his death. Man, rest in peace. He did so much in so little time. But yeah, women hate accountability. Accountability is like kryptonite. I think Kevin Samuels was the first person I heard say that. I'm not saying he invented it, but I'm saying I heard him say it on his podcast repeatedly. Accountability is like kryptonite to these women. They cannot stand to be wrong. And that's all part of sign language.
What you do is you call women on their bullshit, and what's the first thing to come out of their mouth? Shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. Sign language.
You know, but when we're wrong, it's like we can't win in most situations when we get into a disagreement about something, because even if you can use facts and logic to prove your point and beyond a shadow of a doubt, if men, it all has to do with how men and women argue. Women argue feelings, men argue facts. We argue logic, and a person that's arguing feelings, it's going to be a circular argument. You're going to keep going and going and going and going because they'll never accept the facts of the situation. That's why, from my perspective, it's pointless to argue with a woman. That's one of the reasons why I'm single, because I'm not gonna argue. Matter of fact, the woman I married, my son's mother, the reason I married her is because we were together total 6 years. But before we got married, we was together 4 years before we got married. We had one argument. And I can't lie, it was my fault because I was keeping some things bottled up that I should have told her. If I would have told her, she would have made the changes and it wouldn't even been no issue. Because after I snapped on her, I felt so bad because she left out the house crying and whatnot. And then she called me later and she called me apologizing first. And as soon as she started apologizing, I felt so bad. I felt so bad. I'm like, you know what? I apologize too, and to be honest with you, it wasn't really your fault because I should have told you this, and if I would have told you this, you would have acted accordingly. So I apologize for keeping it bottled up and then just snapping on you like a jerk. And that was the only argument I had. And that's because that young lady was able to take accountability. And I'm of the type where I'm fair-minded. You know what I mean? I'm not the type that's gonna push accountability outside. I look at situations on what part I played in it to make the situation bad, and then I try to rectify it. And I come at my significant other the same way. And now if I come at them with if I come with accountability, they need to be coming with accountability on what they did. They don't need to push all of it on me. And the second I see that, got to go. Got to go. But yeah, this cat was cooking in this clip. Women hate accountability, and it all stems from sign language.
On the podcast, they might agree with him and say you're right. But we know off the podcast, they most likely never think they're wrong, since we also know that their actions rarely line up with their words.
So when girls say yes, they mean yes. But when they say yes, they also mean no. When they say no, they sometimes mean no, but they sometimes also mean yes.
Yes.
Or it could be a maybe, but maybe is a yes. Yes. So maybe also means yes.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, and the guy should understand what she means when she says yes.
Yes.
What is she thinking when she says yes to this, as opposed to, okay, she's saying no, but she means yes here.
Like,
what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Why don't men approach us? What's wrong with these men? Why don't they approach us? There it is, Exhibit A. Matter of fact, Exhibit A, B, and C. What were these two talking about? I guess that made sense to to them. You know what I mean? But then they were speaking feelings. Women experience feelings. Let me see if I can term this correctly. Women are more in touch with their feelings and respond off of their feelings more than men. As men, we like facts, statistics, and data. We like provable stuff because we're good masculine men. We're problem solvers, and we can't solve problems if we ain't working with the most accurate information. What was that information they just conveyed? Does any man understand what they just said? Well, sometimes yes means no until it's a maybe, and if it means maybe, you should be able to dissect what your woman thinks. And no, no. And these are the master communicators. These are the individuals that say they are better communicators than us. Really? What fellas, what y'all get out that hodgepodge of word salad and emotional vomit? Because I still don't. I mean, what I got out of it is avoid women that think like this. If a woman can't tell you directly how she feels when you ask her, get rid of her. If she's walking around giving you the silent treatment and you ask her what's wrong and she says nothing, and you ask her again and she says nothing, but then later on she's snapping and going off because she didn't share when you asked her, get rid of her. Because we like adults around here. We like grown women around here that when they got a problem, they come at us respectfully and say, hey, baby, what you did, that wasn't cool. That bothered me. Blah, 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 blah. See, because if you're a solid dude and you care about your partner, I hate that word. Excuse me. You care about not your partner. You care about your girl, your woman, your old lady, your wife's feelings. The first thing we're gonna do is say, damn, my bad, baby. That was not my intention. And I am so sorry if what I did, you know what I mean, made you feel bad. I swear to God that wasn't my intention. You kiss on the forehead and squeeze a booty and, you know what I'm saying, y'all go grab something to eat. In a perfect world, that's how it would work. I'm a guy, I'm a serial monogamous. I have long-term relationships, and most of the chicks I dated would say I'm good. I'm a good dude because I'm even-tempered and I'm funny and I'm witty, and you're not gonna be bored around me. But mostly what it is I communicate, and I don't communicate in I don't match energy. I keep my frame and respond in a way that takes into account their feelings, but at the same time, it shows that I'm going to stand on my square. And you'd be surprised how many women respect that. You know what I mean? They understand. It upsets them sometimes because they see there's certain things you ain't going to bend on, but still, they respect it. Long story short, even though I've been talking forever, Avoid chicks that can't communicate clearly and concisely. Let's continue.
You could communicate like a mature adult rather than being childish and expecting men to be able to read your mind to tell when yes means no and when no means yes. But being childish seems to be a common trait, so I'm not all that surprised.
Watched a white girl fight off a robber at gunpoint. He literally had a gun to her. She fought him off, got the magazine out the gun and everything. But the crazy part about it was that there was two men watching very close by. I mean, literally very close by. They were right within the vicinity, which is weird because why would that man try to rob her with those two guys there? But he did it because he knew they wasn't gonna do shit, and they did not. It was one man sitting on the.
I don't know why this is such a hard concept to understand, but women created this situation where they dislike men so much that men finally said, it, we're not going to help you, we're not going to protect you, we owe you absolutely nothing, and because you're just some random stranger, I no longer have to help you. And really what gets me about the video is that there's a lot of other people in that video. Most people did a singular focus on the man sitting in the grass when that woman was getting attacked, but there were women there. So what happened to women supporting women? You know, y'all like to preach like how you're girls and you're supporting each other and oh my God, I'm always here for you. But you see a woman getting attacked and there's two women walking the other direction. Why aren't they running to her defense? Right, because you want the men that you claim are such trash to save you. And this is a perfect example of what women do all of the freaking time. They create this standard for how men should treat them, whether that's in the dating phases, in the marriage stages, in friendships, whatever it is, and they created this standard where they hate men so much, but now you want protection from said men, and now that you don't get it, the men are weak. Make it make sense. You cannot continuously drag men and blame the patriarchy and all of this around you, but then expect men to jump in and save you. Why don't you all call a freaking bear?
Sensational.
This young lady made some great points, and she hit. I mean, I have really not much to argue. Not much to contradict her points. She made great points. For 50 years, y'all have been saying y'all are equal to us. Anything you can do, I can do better. You can do better. Y'all say y'all would rather be in the woods with a bear and all this other stuff, but then when it's come time to then all of a sudden, after denigrating and telling us what we are not and how far short we fall, y'all expect us to step up and play captain? You know what I mean? No, it don't work like that. You know, it doesn't work like that. We have been paying attention. We have heard what you said about us. You're strong and independent boss chicks, and y'all got it. So you got it. Good luck. Let's continue.
Men are not obligated to risk their life to save a stranger and expecting them to is entitlement. Additionally, when men do save women, they can get sent to prison just because the woman didn't like how they were saved. Before we continue, brother, I would like to ask you to like the video if you have enjoyed it this far and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos.
Imagine risking your life to save a stranger from being mugged, robbed, and hurt, and then being arrested for helping them, and then being publicly slandered because she wasn't happy over how you rescued her. This sounds like a made-up story, but it's not. Because that's exactly what happened to this man John wrote in New York. He saw a woman getting mugged in the subway. He decided to step in, told the mugger, "Hey, get away from her." He didn't listen the first time. Then he yelled, pulled out the gun, said, "Hey, get away from her," and fired 2 warning shots. Despite facing over 3.5 years in jail for trying to save the life of a stranger, the woman that he saved is saying that he would have been a bigger hero if he had helped without a gun. He thinks it's scary to think that people are carrying guns around New York City, despite the fact that she was being mugged and would have been hurt without one. He said that the gun was a little too extreme.
I find it interesting how they complain when men don't save them and complain when men do save them. It doesn't matter what you do, you're still wrong. So don't even try. Just let the bears handle it from now on.
So you see how we can't win, fellas? In the prior clip, the young lady was complaining because no man stepped up and saved them or attempted to stop the mugging or whatever was the robbery or whatnot. But then in this next video, the dude that actually stepped up and played captain and actually saved that chick from being mugged, she complained about how she complained about how he saved her. Said it would have been more heroic if he wouldn't have used the gun. Like this cat is this guy. This ain't a movie. Life is not a movie. I tell you what, ladies, y'all, you don't understand how much y'all are finna be on your own, because what y'all are showing us is no matter what, we can't win. Y'all keep moving the goalpost on what y'all consider masculine and what we're supposed to do in any given situations. And you know what? How about you worry about it yourself and we just stay over here away from y'all? Because that's the way y'all are making it. And this is not for all women. I still do date here occasionally, but I'm traveling more, and like I said, I've been exposed to a different class of feminine women, and it's hard dating these dudes with vaginas here, because that's what these chicks are. They are dudes with vaginas. They communicate like men, they speak like and act like men. They're just completely masculine individuals, and masculine men ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. They want us to be traditional, but then they want to be modern. Nah, we're good on that. That's one of the main reasons why we don't approach. It's a headache. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. Let's continue.
The falseness we live in as women is believing that we have high emotional intelligence. And setting the record straight, women have no emotional intelligence. The reason that as women we want to believe we have emotional intelligence is because we are emotional. Because we are emotional, as women, we want to think we have high emotional intelligence. But the truth is the fact that we are highly emotional is actually the biggest indicator that we have very low emotional intelligence, because being emotional is having no control over our emotional state, which is low emotional intelligence. High emotional intelligence is the ability to be pragmatic, to see things realistically, and to make choices and respond to life not from an emotional place. It's the ability to be in control of our emotional state and operate in life from that place.
Yeah, I couldn't. Wow. That last lady, Karen Seitz, is a clinical psychologist. She has she has counseled many women, many men, and many married couples. And she offers, I'm gonna see if I can find her channel, because she's offered a great deal of insight on her channel into the way women think. And what she just described was accurate. You can't call yourself an emotionally intelligent person, yet you can't control your emotions. And that's what a lot of women some women get confused. They think because they have all these emotions and they experience all these emotions that they're emotionally intelligent. The ability to control your emotions despite the situation denotes whether or not you're an emotionally intelligent individual. And truth be told, most women can't handle a man who is emotionally intelligent, because we'll systematically and concisely and logically call them out on their bullcrap, point by point, and it frustrates them. I've seen it. It frustrates them. So, and then second, a guy that's emotionally intelligent, we ain't finna put up with the chaos that these chicks that lack the same amount of maturity can bring into your life. We are not dealing with these chaos goblins. Shout out to Black Ram 313. We're not dealing with these chaos goblins. We are not dealing with these agents of chaos. It's not worth it. It shortens our lives. It's a headache. It's stressful. It is better to be a little lonely and be completely at peace than to be in a relationship and completely miserable. Said it before, say it again. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. The time isn't worth the effort. We're good on that there. Let's continue.
I want to point out how she used logic and reasoning to make her argument, which is why it made sense and was easy to understand. Unlike the ladies in the beginning that said, men should be able to tell what a woman actually means, even when she says something completely different, which gave me a headache from how illogical it was.
Now that's pretty good.
Anyway, guys, make sure you subscribe to
The Modern King.
for exclusive content.
If you enjoyed this video, I promise you'll enjoy this next video. I will see you there.
All right. Straight and to the point. I like this cat's channel. His name is The Modern King. Go over and give him a sub, and I'm gonna add him in the description and link this particular video that I just reacted to in the description also. Yeah, go give him a sub. He makes great material, and I like the AI. I gotta learn how to do that, but I'm just now learning how to edit somewhat. But yeah, with that said, I'm going to wrap this one up because I feel like I've conveyed everything I need to convey, and like I said, once I get through like I said before in my previous videos, once I get through editing this video, it's probably going to be long as hell anyway. So with that said, please give me a like, please give me a sub, and if you would, share it. And comments, please give me comments on where I need to improve, because this is a learning experience for me. I'm learning how to do this on the fly. I've only had this YouTube channel since March 1st. I just got this laptop March 15th. I'm learning how to do this as I go. So, if anybody has any suggestions where I can improve, please let me know. I'm open to criticisms and critiques. I'm not thin-skinned. So thank you. Please come back.